One of the most important safety aspects of any tyre is the ability to bring the vehicle to a complete stop in the shortest distance possible. To replicate this, all tyres are tested over a wet surface. The vehicle's cruise control is set to 100 km/h for consistency, and once the test driver reaches a set marker of the braking lane, the vehicle is brought to a stop as quickly as possible using the ABS brakes. Each tyre is put through a series of 6 runs and then measured to determine the average braking distance. The Cooper CS5 was the first tyre to be tested and had an average stopping distance of only 47.66 metres. Next it was brand T with an average stopping distance of over 50 metres. Brand Y followed closely to brand T with an average stopping distance of 51.7 metres. It was when we tested competitor brand B that we saw a huge gap in the amount of distance this tyre took to stop compared to the Cooper CS5. You can see the test driver almost ran out of track with an average stopping distance of 60.13 metres. Have a look at the results and difference in the position of all the tyres tested. You can see the Cooper tyre CS5 stops almost 12.5 metres sooner than the worst performing brand. The test driver evaluated the difference in handling characteristics when driving the vehicle through the obstacle evasion course at 70 km/h. In a real-world situation, this test replicates if you were to swerve to avoid multiple obstacles and then drastically return back into your lane. This test is conducted to evaluate how the tyres respond to the driver's input. Here is the Cooper CS5. The driver is able to keep control of the Toyota RAV4 through the entire obstacle evasion course. Brand Y gets past the first couple of markers but has trouble keeping control while negotiating the third marker. Like brand Y, brand B gets through the first 2 markers but quickly gets out of shape at the third as the test driver loses control and is forced to discontinue the test. Here, the vehicle with brand B has been ghosted over the vehicle with the Cooper CS5. You can see exactly where brand B loses control and the Cooper CS5 holds on. SDT test driver Joel Nielsen comments on the difference between the Cooper CS5 and competitive brands when testing an obstacle evasion course.
Look, it had a confidence building. I was able to push the car.
Yep.
On that tyre, I could get halfway down the slalom and then start accelerating through, where on previous tyres, I was scared halfway down the slalom. I was worried I was going to roll the tyre off a rim, roll the car or lose the car. So there is a pronounced amount of difference through that dry slalom.
The evasive lane change is to simulate having to avoid an obstacle by dramatically changing lanes and returning back at speed. Here we have the Cooper CS5 tackling the evasive lane change. Notice how controlled the RAV4 is even through the exit of the lane change. Now brand B. The vehicle gets through the manoeuvre, but the controllability of the vehicle is noticeably different to the Cooper CS5. Here are both vehicles ghosted together. Look at the difference in positioning at the exit of the lane change.